Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dexter and Tonya here. We're actually mobile today. We are doing our episode 4 of Stories That Matter. Is it episode 4? 1, 2, 3? No, this is 5. Isn't this 5?
I think it's 5.
Yeah, so we did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. Oh yeah, it's episode 5 of Stories That Matter. Thank you all so much for joining us. And hey, share this live feed. We're gonna just share another incredible story with you, and we know that it's been a blessing to you because it's been a blessing to us. So if you guys are watching via the replay, thank you so much for going back and looking at it. And if you guys, all of you guys that are watching live, thank you so much for coming on and spending a little time with us. If you're new to watching our Facebook lives, I want you to press 1. Put a 1 below so that we know that you're new.
Hi, Dr. Kim.
Hey guys, and listen, if you've been watching us, you've been seeing our lives, thank you so much. I mean, it's really special to us that we have people that take time to actually look at what we're doing here. So we have another story that we'd like to share with you. It's been an incredible 4 days. We've shared some awesome stories. We've gotten a lot of inboxes. We've gotten a lot of people that have been going back and rewatching the stories from last Wednesday, last Thursday, last Friday, and it's been a blessing to a lot of people. Okay, so we're going to go into another story. Tonya, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so you guys, okay,
like it, but I'm ready.
We're back in the classroom. Okay, we're back in the classroom. You're sitting Indian style on the floor, and I'm your teacher. We're your teachers. And we can get ready to read you another story, okay? All right, so listen to this. And let's see, an Arab chief tells the story of a spy who had been captured and sentenced to death by a general of the Persian army. The general had fallen upon a strange and weird custom. He permitted the condemned person to make a choice. He could either face the firing squad or pass through a black door. As the moment of execution drew near, the general ordered the spy to be brought before him for a short final interview. And the primary purpose of it was to see how this doomed man would respond. Now, I want you to just think about something for just a moment. As this spy was inside of his cell, he heard the gunshots go off inside of the courtyard. He heard bodies drop the entire time that he was waiting his final day of the interview. So he was trying to figure out, what am I going to do? And all he kept hearing was, and the body dropped to the ground. That's all he kept hearing. So now is the final day that he needs to decide what he's going to do. This was not an easy question, and the prisoner hesitated, but soon he made known that he much preferred the firing squad. Not long after that, a ring of shots went off into the courtyard, and then it was announced that the man met his fate. He died because of a firing squad that he chose. The general, he was staring at his boots, and he turned to his aide and he said, "You see how it is with men. They will always prefer a known way to an unknown way. It is characteristic of people to be afraid of the undefined, and yet I gave him a choice." And his aide, he looked at him and he said, "Well, what lies beyond that black door?" And he said, "Freedom." But he's known only a very few men who actually chose it. We've all heard that story. Some of us have heard that story sometime before, and I think that it's an incredible story. It talks about fear, right? Mm-hmm. It talks about fear, and it talks about the fear of the unknown. And I've heard Les Brown say it like this. He said, most people will prefer known hells as opposed to unknown heavens. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about that? Have you heard this story before? If you've heard it before, I want you to put a note. Say, I've heard that story before. Have you ever been in the position of accepting something that you knew as opposed to something that is unknown? If you have, I want you to put it inside of the feed because we're watching it now on our computer. Think about this. It's incredible, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's incredible. Known hells as opposed to unknown heavens.
I love it. You know, as Dexter started reading, I just decided, I said, let me look up and see how comfort zone is defined. Like, what's the meaning? And the first thing that popped up when I Googled simply says, a place or situation where one feels safe or at ease without stress. And then I thought, well, I can't imagine this man getting ready to face a firing squad, not to be stressed. However, at least he felt like he knows what he's going to expect. So then I just said, well, let me look up what Webster says. Now listen to this. The level at which one functions with ease and familiarity. The level at which one functions, your function, what you do, how you move. You see, how you make decisions, your functioning. So it's the level of how you function, where you function with ease and with things that are familiar. Wow. So even as Dexter reads this story and he begins to describe for us what this man is hearing on a regular basis, what this man is doing on a regular basis, okay, it became familiar to him. Now get this. He's actually hearing other people being executed. He's actually hearing them when the bodies drop. He's already forming images in his mind. In his mind, he at least knows what to expect. It's familiar. So I'm going to do that. I'd rather do that. I don't know what's going to be behind that black door. I don't know what I'm going to be faced with behind that black door. But at least I know that. And I'm going to go with that. So that's what Les Brown is saying. Y'all, that's amazing. And I don't know how many of you can connect with me. But see, this is an area, I mean, it's really for all of us, but just to share me. Sometimes when oftentimes when I talk about our business, when I talk about the fact that I finally stepped out, taking the leap of faith, you know, and we share Dexter's testimony of losing his job. I'm telling people it's the best thing that could have happened to me, because that's when I really began to get out of my own way. See, a lot of times when I didn't move because I didn't know what was going to be behind the door. But at least I know what this is like. And at least I know when Christmas come, I won't have the money to get the presents, but you know, we'll figure it out because I done this before. At least I know that I'm gonna pay late fees because my bill's late. I can't get things paid. At least I know what to expect because I've already been doing it. I know what it's like. At least I know. Are you understanding me? There's gifts. We have talents. We have abilities. That word right there is so big for me these days, is abilities. We have an ability. Each and every one of us watching this right now, we have an ability, but we oftentimes don't tap into it. Now I want you to think about something. Ooh, stuff just dropping. Ability. There's an ability that you've been given. There's an ability that you have. These are can-dos. You can do it. You can do it. These are can-dos. You can do it. What does the enemy go after? Your can-dos. He goes after those abilities. He wants you to doubt them. He wants to discredit them. He wants you to feel like that you can't when you can. So we oftentimes give over to him. Yes, we do. And we don't move. And you know what he says? But then we got the nerve to call it a comfort zone. Oh my gosh. We say it's comfortable. We like comfortable. We like but ladies, come on now. Get with it. Come on. Aren't we uncomfortable to be cute? We'll get uncomfortable to be cute, but we won't get uncomfortable to live out our dreams. Wow. That's big. We'll wear a girdle. We'll put on the belt. We'll tighten it up. We'll do whatever we got to do. We'll get the perm, even though my scalp gonna burn because I scratched it, but we'll get that perm. We'll sleep with the rollers, even though it's not the best sleep in the world, but my hair's gonna be done. So we're willing to be uncomfortable for those types of things, but we don't bring that into who we are, which is the very fiber of our being, the spiritual self.
Wow.
Everything that we're able to do is a gift, but yet we won't open those gifts. Oh, we got to do better.
Yeah. You guys ever been to a harbor? Like Tonya and I, we love going to Baltimore Harbor, right? You can just see the beautiful ships. It's just a beautiful area in the Baltimore Harbor. Have you guys ever been to a harbor and you see those ships sitting there and you're like, man, they look great. But it's a quote that says, ships look good in their harbor, but that's not what they were created for.
I love that.
See, they want to, the ship, we love the ship sitting in the harbor, but that's not its focus. That's not what it was created for. You were not created to live in your comfort zone. You were not created to play it safe.
You want to dock.
No, you weren't created to dock. You weren't created to play it safe. You were not created to die by firing squad. You were created to go beyond that black door and conquer whatever it is was on the other side. See, in 2018 is a different year. We need to make courageous decisions. See, this spy, he died because of his fear. He chose what was comfortable. Now think about that. Would any of us ever say that we will be willing to go get tied to a stake and have an entire regiment point a rifle at us and just fire away? None of us would say we would do that.
But we do it every day.
But we do it every day.
We do it every day.
When someone brings you a great opportunity and you don't know what it is, you say no.
Yeah.
But Richard Branson, who owns the Virgin Group, who has over 400 different business entities, he said, when someone brings you a great opportunity and you don't know how to do it, say yes and then figure it out. See, Richard Branson, his mindset says, go through the black door. Man, we're scratching the surface on this thing.
Yes.
And okay, it's 1:13. We've got only 2 minutes left. Oh my goodness. We've been doing pretty good about staying our course with our time. But this is another yet powerful story. It is absolutely incredible. And this is why listen, this idea came to me last week. Short stories, because we're great storytellers and we love to speak and we love to inspire and motivate people. We're called to be the upgraders because we add value to people. That's what we're called to do. And the idea came and said, short stories. And I said, Tonya, let's do short stories. Then we decided how many days we would do it. I was
like, I'm ready to get started.
Yeah, that's right. What idea has come to you that you haven't done because of your comfort zone? Do you think it's always comfortable to do? God. Listen, we're in the car.
It typically isn't always comfortable.
Yeah, it's not comfortable.
It's not comfortable. Sometimes, and the thing about it is you don't always know what to do next. You may not know. It's okay. And that's right. That's actually where you should be. And see, this is where faith comes in. This is where you're able to come together and with God, and he's able to give you your next steps and the direction. That's what it's for. If you knew how to do everything and knew exactly what to do all of the time, what need would you have of him? Come on, let's get this thing now. But you have to get started. Faith, we talk about taking the leap of faith, growing your wings on the way down, all of these things that we hear. But when you hear it, do you stop and think about it? How many of you would watch this live, watch other lives, do things, and you be like, that was good, and you go away, start doing something else, and you never think about it again. You don't sit down and you don't even process what it is that you've heard. Do you vacillate over it?
Yes.
Do you think on that thing? Do you write some stuff out? Do you look to God and say, what would you have to say to me right now based on what I just heard? Those are the types of things that we all have to know how to do. We all have to start doing. It's necessary. And I'm telling you, for what it is that we each, and I tell people all the time, I can look at you, we all bring so much to the table. We bring so much into this life. I look for passing people every day. Who do you see when you look past them? Who are they? Do you smile at them? What do they bring? What could your smile just do for somebody that may not be having the best day? All of those types of things. It's a part of who we are in our being.
It's our makeup. That's right.
It's our being.
Yeah.
Oh man, I tell you.
Hey, you're going to get a bonus today. It's 1:16. We're going to be done in a few minutes, but I got to tell you this. Living outside of your comfort zone. You're in, let's say you're in a grocery store. And this is another short story. You're in a grocery store and you hear God says, get that jug of milk. And you're like, jug of milk? I've got plenty of milk at the house. And you hear it again, get the jug of milk. So you go buy the jug of milk. And then you're on the way home and God says, go that way. And you're like, what? I don't go that way. You say go that way. And then you drive that way. And then you just happen to look and you see this man out pacing in the front yard. And it looks like he's just praying and he's frantic. And you pull your car over to the side and you say, sir, what's going on? Can I help you? He says, I have a child in the house and I can't afford to give him milk. And I'm just out here praying to God for milk. And then you say, I have milk for you. And you reach and you give that man that jug of milk so that he can feed his child. And he says, I was just praying and asking God I need a way. I need a way. I need a miracle now. Oh, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now, N-O-W, now faith. Now. So when he prayed, he said, I need it now.
Put now. Say now.
Now.
You believe this now? Put now. Say now. Now
faith. So
in this moment.
Yes.
And look, I'm sorry, baby. Let me just bring something. Because I even saw what Tonya said, I've heard this story. That's a true story. That's a true story. That's a testimony. That's not somebody just sitting there trying to think of something that could be. That happened. When that lady didn't know what to do. Why is God telling me to get this? Why is he having me to go this way? She's sitting there and she's trying to figure out even in her own mind. I think it took a while. It was a man. It might have been a man that was even doing it. Trying to figure out in his own mind. What in the world? You know, when he finally took it. Y'all, I'm telling you, it was in the wee hours of the morning. It was in the wee hours of the morning. It wasn't in the afternoon like it is right now for us. And here's a knock at the door. And this man is like, who is this at my house? Why he in there praying? Why they in there crying? The mama in there, the baby. He opens up the door and there's the milk.
There's the milk.
You ain't going to tell me he don't provide for you.
Yes,
you ain't going to tell me that he's not there for you. I don't know what your black door is. But I'm telling you right now, you better open it.
Go through the black door.
Don't you be afraid to grab and take hold of what's yours. It's yours. It's yours. Say it's mine.
Say it's
mine.
Type below, it's mine.
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 What do you believe in God
it's
for?
Mine.
What do you have need of?
It's mine.
What's being brought your way?
It's mine.
Where's the answer?
It's
have
mine.
you ignored it?
It's mine.
Are you looking for
It's
it?
mine.
Are your eyes
It's
open?
mine.
Take the scales off.
It's mine.
Come on, somebody.
It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. This was a special bonus footage. Not because we wanted to give it to you, because God wanted to give it to you. So, you've heard the story of the firing range and the black door. You need to choose the black door every time. We need to learn how to live outside of our comfort zones. Live outside. Listen, as a matter of fact, change your address. Change your address to outside of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
And when we begin to live that way, we will begin to experience life on a whole nother level.
Outside the
How unfortunate that the spy had to die at the firing range. But we get another shot.
Yes.
We don't have to accept that. Let's go through the black door.
Success is not comfortable, but it feels good.
That's good right there.
Success is not comfortable, but it feels good.
We could talk a whole nother hour about that, couldn't we? Don't y'all get Tonya started. We'll be in here another hour.
Okay.
So look.
But I hope you caught that.
It's
really
powerful. I put our link inside of the group. For those of you guys that have been watching, we wanted to give you a free gift, theupgradersgiveaway.com. I put it inside of the link. inside of this feed. Go click on that link and go get the 11 steps to success that Tonya and I produced on last year. Go get it. It's free. It's yours. People have been downloading it for days. We've been getting messages. Yeah, just go get it.
It's just principles.
That's all it is. Principles to success. And we appreciate you all. Listen, we're on this is day 5 of the short stories. Man, and it's been incredible.
It has.
And we've got the rest of the week now.
Do we keep doing it or just stop? What do we do? We got to think of something else.
Yeah, we're going to go through Friday with these short stories. And then we're going to see how it goes.
Yes.
You know, God may say, keep going. I don't know. We don't know. We're going to be obedient, right? Whatever he says do, we're going to do it. But we're just thankful that we were able to just bring you some stories that we want you to chew on and marinate on, okay? So listen, this is Dexter and Tonya Scott. We appreciate you. Thanks for your time. You guys, we do apologize. We started at 1 and it's 1:21. We went over our time, but it's okay.
Yeah, we hope it's okay. Look, I saw LaQuadia said it's something about y'all short stories in the car. Girl, let me tell you where we are. We're in the parking lot of the church, okay?
We've
been over here in prayer and walking through. I mean, it's just, and I came, I said, well, Lord, I said, he just already speaking, so.
We'll do it in the car, right?
maybe we just need to come to the church, okay?
So we appreciate you all. Thank you so much for your time and attention. As you know, Tonya and I, we are the upgraders. We may not know you,
but we know what's in you.
We'll see you tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And share this live with people who need to live outside the comfort zone. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.